Good evening, my beautiful audience. This is Adina Oltian, and we have another episode from the Legacy Creation series. Today, I have with me Angeline Garvey, and we are going to talk about what legacy means to her and how she's impacting the people in her life, and also what plans she has for the future. I've known Angeline, who is right here, because we agreed to have the live together in my house, in my transformed bedroom slash living room slash office. And I've known her for a couple of years now because we are both students, ex-students from the coaching academy. So we've been studying with the same company. And we had monthly meetings, brainstorming, a lot of stuff going on. So I know her really, really well. And it's a pleasure to have her with me today. And thank you so much, Angeline, for being. So before I go into detail, you're a confidence and career coach. But I want you to tell things about you, because when it comes from you, you transfer that energy and you transfer the information differently. So tell us a bit about you.
Well, I'm Irish, and I came over to this country 32 years ago, and I was coming over for 3 months, but obviously that didn't happen. I lasted a lot longer, and I consider London my home now, which is an amazing city. So I'm single and I live in Tooting, and I worked in financial services for quite a lot of my career, and it's an interesting journey. I was very successful in financial services, and I still work there as well. But after about 27, 28 years, I was made redundant. And this is one of those moments in your life when you kind of end up reassessing what you're doing and who you are. And at the time, I was quite senior and quite niche. So I struggled a little bit to find another job. And after a little while, I went, who am I? Who am I outside banking? Because I'd never thought, after 27 years, all I did was that. All I knew was that. And I put myself in a box and I shut it so tightly, I didn't know how to get out of it. Mm-hmm. So it was quite a kind of a scary, eye-opening experience for me, going, well, there is more to me than being a banker. So I started looking at my transferable skills. I started looking around me, I looked at opening a dog grooming business. I looked at things in the market. And then I spoke to my friends. And I said, what do you think I could do? I like my ideas. And one of my friends said, why don't you look at coaching? Because you coaches anyway, your spare time, you didn't even realize you're doing it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, me, a coach? And they were like, yeah, you should investigate that. So I went on the coaching diploma, mm-hmm. Went to the free weekend, and it was a total eye-opener to me. And straight away, I loved it. And I signed up for 2 courses, which I personal performance coach and the corporate executive and corporate coaching. And I started developing that. So that was really, and coming and actually transferring from financial services to be a coach and setting up your own business, which I'm still in the process of doing, is very difficult. Mm-hmm. And it's something that and it's just really down to your confidence and your self-belief and your mindset, mm-hmm. Going out for something that's quite secure and, not good money, to actually going out there. But then when it's something else that you're passionate about, it just makes such a big difference in your life. And what I'm, trying to do is create a business where I can actually, from my learnings and experience, help people, coach them and get them the confidence, go through the process and give them that support to make the changes. It might not only be career, but it could be anything in their lives, mm-hmm. to kind of, so they're happier in what and more fulfilled in what they're doing.
Okay, you mentioned redundancy, and I know a lot of people who get lost after they find out they are being redundant, and it's a whole process that you go through. Is it okay if you talk a little bit how you lifted yourself up to actually look into a different career, even though you were doing it, you didn't have, so to say, the qualification background into it? How did you manage to lift yourself up to actually speak with your friends? Because even that one sometimes is hard for some people.
Yeah, and I do think you're made redundant, and there is a process like grief. There's like the grief cycle which you go through, and everything, your self-belief and everything in yourself. But so I think it was actually after a while of looking for jobs and not getting the ones I wanted. I did get to the stage, I have to find, what if I can't get a job in banking anymore and I need to earn a living? So I think at that point I was going to say, I have to talk to people. You have to open up, because we don't actually, and it's very important to ask people what they think about you. And it's kind of a hard question to ask. You don't you're kind of unsure what the feedback is going to be, but everyone sees you in a totally different light than you see yourself. And I would never have thought about going down the coaching route, only for my friends suggesting that to me. So it's very important to actually ask people what they think your skills are and what their perspective is of you. And I think that really helped me and gave me the confidence to kind of go, oh, okay, right, okay, let me explore that. And I did, and that was the best thing I've ever done.
And I think it was one of the most courageous things you've ever done, to actually change a career that you've done for so many years, and you've done it great. And all of a sudden your life goes just upside down. And going further, I'd love to know, how do you transform people's lives? What impact?
Yeah, and I think it's very important. I think in this society, everything goes so fast. No one really listens to anyone, even when they say, how are you? They're really on to the next thing. And I think it's important to openly listen to somebody, and basically meaning listen to them with no judgment. And so they feel that's a safe place you can go to. So what I try to do with, when people come to me and they, is like, listen to them, just ask maybe probing questions, open questions, so they come to conclusion themselves, but I'm not judging them for anything, so they feel safe in that environment to come. And that really helps people move on from their lives, and they feel that they actually have somebody that they feel safe talking to, and opening and telling them their vulnerabilities and what they're scared of, and what they're scared of to move forward, and then working through themselves, and with them how they're going to actually come up with a solution. And I'm hoping, and like those little things I'm hoping is helping people to kind of transform their lives, doing those things.
Is there a particular client range, so to say, a particular type of people that you're working with, or it's just like a general thing?
At the moment, it's pretty general, but I think my ideal client would probably be people in their 40s who have been doing something such a long time. And I think that generation can be a little bit, you got to in a job and you stay on that career path. I think the younger generation have a much better way of looking at careers, and they expect to have about 2 or 3 careers in their life, and they're much more open to that. While I feel people a little bit older, like myself, you think, well, this is your career path and this is what you need to stay in. So changing is kind of alien to your mindset. So it's like, helping those people kind of get over those self-limiting beliefs and the mindset that we've all, been brought up in. So that's the kind of market I would like to kind of work with more.
So it's something that what I'm hearing is they identify with you, you identify with them, and you've already been through that journey.
Exactly, yes.
So it's so much easier to guide them, like where exactly, because everybody is an expert in their life, but we all need that guidance, especially in that difficult time. And you've already passed through it.
Yeah, exactly. And because you've gone through the experience, and everybody's experience is different, but you can ask those open questions to help them find the right experience for them. And give them ideas, like talk about going asking friends, sitting at look at the things that you actually enjoy, think a little bit outside the box, and all those little things. Being through that experience myself and actually finding it so randomly, how I actually found what I'm passionate about, I can help people and give them those ideas how to do it.
So Angeline, what plans do you have for the future?
Well, at the moment, I'm so this is a very interesting question. At the moment, I'm in between contracts in banking, because I also need money to, to kind of set up my own business. It's one of those things. I feel I'm on a little bit of a roundabout, and I'm going around in circles, and so what path do I take? But now I know is the time for me to really focus, spending that time to focus on my business, to get that set up and running. I'm on a really good course with Denise Mortimer, and it's excellent to set up your own online.
He was my mentor as well.
Yes.
Denise.
So which is amazing, and it's like such a great course, and it's helping how you set up your own business, and it's so much information, and so I'm doing that as I'm looking at it. I'm also trying to also get deeper into I've just done a great accreditation in confidence coaching, because I think the base of all this stuff is confidence. And so if you've got the confidence to do it, you can push yourself forward, and we all need that extra confidence boost. So I did that while I was off, and so that so just to gain more skills, and to try to get that business off the ground and do that. So that's kind of where I am at the moment. But unfortunately, I will have to go into back into banking for a little while. But everyone has to earn a living while they get their dream.
Absolutely. And here, Angeline, I think is a very valid point, because there are so many people who qualify, for example, as a coach or a therapist or NLP practitioner or whatever they are doing alongside their work, or they've been redundant like you. And once they have that qualification, they kind of think that's it. The heaven opens, all the clients flood in, and they take that risk of going in business without having the financial support. And what sometimes find is after 2-3 months or 6 months, no clients are coming in.
Yes.
Because one thing is the image on social media, and one thing is happening in the reality.
Exactly.
And they are forced to go into jobs, but by then they are crushed. Like their mindset, their self-esteem, they don't believe in any kind, they don't have any sense of self-worth anymore. No identity, no whatsoever. So what you're doing, being already conscious that yes, I need this job because money is have to be paid.
Exactly.
That's the reality, and not actually faking it. Oh, I'm so great, I already nailed it.
Yes.
It's absolutely amazing. And I think it's a great example of what happens, because you are such a good example for those who actually want to go into coaching, actually want to have a career change, because you're a career coach, and you can already offer that difference, what it means to go into it when you're not ready, or go into it when you're ready, and not be ashamed. But actually, yes, I'm looking for another job and I'm going to continue doing this part-time.
Exactly. And you have to be realistic. As you say, any business takes time to build up. It doesn't happen overnight. And it's hard work. And, you know, to do that. And in the meantime, as you say, the bills have to be paid. Life still goes on. And unfortunately, just because you train doesn't mean it's going to land on your lap. You know?
Yes,
exactly.
The pair just lands
exactly.
The mouth, and you yourself, you know. And before we go, thank you so much for all the information. Before you go, and we end up this beautiful interview, how can we help you to fulfill your legacy?
How can you help me? Well, I must say, thanks this lady here, Dina, because for about nearly 2.5-3 years, Adina set up this Morden Coaching Community, and the best place, easiest place to meet was in Wimpy, because you know, and so people have come and gone, but every month we meet, and I must say that kept me focused on my coaching. So I didn't, I enjoyed meeting Dina. I didn't want to say let her down. So I was like, oh gosh, I must do something before I see her, and she's really helped motivate me and keep me on track. And I think it's very important that coaches support each other, and you know, we keep, because it's so easy to get lost when you're by yourself and trying to do these things, and it can be quite frustrating. But I mean, I must say, you did a massive help to me.
Thank you.
And it
goes both ways.
And it was great. You know, we really enjoyed, you know, we have a really good friendship now.
Yes.
Exactly. So it's great. And obviously, if anyone wants to be my client, I'm very open to that.
Absolutely. So you find the information on her page, and you can message her. These interviews are not just like to promote myself. It's actually for people to see what other people are doing. And if something resonates with you, go ahead and just contact her. I mean, come on. That's why we are doing these things, just to spread the word, because I think the change we are doing here, it's really important. And a lot of people message me, Angeline, and actually they say, Adina, thank you so much. And some people contact other people and so on. And it's creating a sense of community. And especially what you said just now, is that community that it's just us. And sometimes people come and go with the Morden community. Coaching community, but we stuck together, and it's a sense we created our own community.
Yes, exactly.
And it's not only her who kept herself motivated, because I'm the same as well, because I know, oh my God, I said to Angelina, I'm going to do this. I have to do it because I'm going to see her face to face. Online is different. You can kind of lie, you can kind of pretend, but when you're face to face, not really. So thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure.
And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.